Hi everyone, we're back working in the basement today, and my husband has been doing a few things while I was with the baby today, and he's put up the kickboxing punching bag for my daughter. He found a good beam here to put that on, and then he's also moved the weight bench, and he's been cleaning out some stuff for me, so I'll see how much more we can get done this weekend. We're doing it little bits at a time as we have time, which usually isn't too very often, as we take turns with the baby and then other things for the kids, and busy during the week. Once our girls are off for the summer, they can help us watch the baby so we can get a few more projects done. So the girls ended up having a play date today. They had some friends come over, so I wasn't able to get down here and do as much work as I wanted to earlier in the day. Now it is nighttime. It's like 10:30 at night, and it's pretty dark. So I'm just going to work for a little while on an area that I have light in. So I'm going to go through and tidy up this shelf that has our extra kitchen supplies on it. Because I have a lot of light in this particular area, and then some of the other spots are going to have to wait for daytime to clean. Alright, so I'm going to start with the top shelf, and I'll show you what we have over here. So this is a milkshake maker. This gets used maybe twice a year. Honestly, I forget that we have it, but my husband loves it, and he's not going to let me get rid of it. He does enjoy using it when we remember to use it. And, I mean, it's okay down here, and it's pretty much his, so, I mean, he can keep it if he wants. I'm not going to complain about him making me a milkshake. So I keep everything in clear garbage bags to keep the dust off from them, and so I can still see what's there, but it keeps it dust free. Alright, and then let's see what we have here. This I have labeled, because it's not in a clear bag, it's labeled cookie storage. And I have some big, there's two of these. These were for cupcakes, actually. I remember one year I was panicking because I couldn't find large containers to store all my Christmas cookies in as I was baking them. And the only big things we could find were these cupcake containers. Because it was, last minute and all the other stuff was sold out. So I have these. I can use them for cupcakes, or the cupcake part comes out and then you can just use them as a big storage tote for whatever. I usually just use them for cookies, but I mean I could always use them for something else if I was going to take something to a party, because they have like handles on top. So those are really nice. Okay, and then we have this stock pot. I actually just used this last weekend when we made salt potatoes for a birthday party. We also make corn on the cob in that pot as well. And then we have this one. This one is newer. This one I got as a gift, actually, for my husband, because he loves to cook. This one has a clear lid, and it is a big one. This is for like making a big batch of spaghetti sauce. You could do corn on the cob in here too. Potatoes. It's a lot heavier. And yeah, I think he's done sauce or like sometimes soups or like a big batch of soup, stews, that kind of thing. Nice big sauce pot. So that is a nice one to have. I mean, if we didn't have, you know, like extra space, we would just have one of them would be fine. But he really enjoys cooking. It's one of like his, you know, it's his hobby. It's, you know, it's fun for him. So I like him to have his, you know, some extra things, not lots of gadgets or whatever. This is another thing that is his pizza peel. He does make homemade pizzas. He's very good at it. He'll make the dough from scratch. So he does use this. Also outside too. He'll make pizzas on the grill too. So we'll be keeping that. Next shelf we have this guy. This is a nice pan. It has the deep sides. I wish I had room for this one upstairs because I would definitely use it more. This is really nice for when you make like those one pot, one dish, you know, things for dinner. You know what I mean. You mix everything all together. Yeah, we've had this for a long time. This is really nice. But it should be covered up. I don't know why it's not covered up. This pot, we have had this one. It has the strainer lid. We've had this since college. Easy. I use this to make tons of Velveeta in college. Literally my favorite thing because of the lid. It's so convenient. But we were gifted some new pots and pans because our other ones were really in rough shape. So we got like a new set. We didn't need all the parts of the set. So this was replaced by one of the new ones. So I had it down here to, you know, wait and see if I would ever come down and get it or remember that I had it, or, you know, it was in my extra kitchen supplies. It's like Dawn from the Middle Mom would say it's in her quarantine bin, you know, just to see if she needs to go get it in the next few months, and if not, then you know you probably don't need it and it can be donated. So I honestly forgot about this pot. I guess I can donate this. I have all those new pots and pans and I don't need to have this one as well. There's just not enough room for, I mean, I already have one this size, so. This bag actually has, I'm so embarrassed about this. This has Tupperware containers that I meant to return to somebody from last year. Last July, I've been hanging on to these to give back to somebody. I didn't want her to think that I just kept them all, but I wonder if she even remembers that I have them. I guess I can put them in the car, and then I'll take them upstairs, I'll put them in the car, and then I will get them to her 1 year later. These are extra bowls that I use for like parties and stuff, for chips and snacks. These usually are up in a different place. Well, maybe better if they were down here. I'll see if they fit. Because I used to have these up in the party bin, but then they were kind of they were just too big. So I think I'll try to maybe I'll keep them down here. Alright, and then this is our wok. My husband enjoys using this for when we make, you know, Chinese food or Asian food. We've had this for a really long time too, but it's held up well. Alright, I'm going to wipe off the shelf. Okay, on this next shelf down here, I'm not going to move this stuff, but it's the stand mixer and the crock pot. That's all that's there. And those we definitely use often, so those are fine. But let's see what's on the shelf below, because I don't remember what is down there. I got this for my baby shower. Totally forgot about that. Well, we haven't really had to use bottles yet, so I mean, there's still plenty of time to use it. Probably will take it upstairs so that I remember I have it. It'll be better to use as he gets a little bit bigger. That way I can dry all the bottles and the utensils and whatnot. This looks like a bunch of pans and lids. Let's see. I think this is more from that set. We got all these, yeah, these are extra pots and pans. Let's see what's in here, because I don't know. Oh, I remember. Okay. It was labeled. It was just on the wrong side. So this has seasonal stuff in it. This has our strawberry, blueberry picking baskets that we take with us when we go berry picking. And these also for blueberries, raspberries. We take those. Cookie cutters, seasonal, right? Okay. There's some more cookie cutters. And my daughter's pineapple cup. Well, she has been asking about it, even though that is from her 5th birthday, so 4 years ago. She has been asking, whatever happened to my pineapple? So I'll take this upstairs. She'll be excited to see it. So that new set of pots and pans that we got came with this little tiny saucepan, and it is very little. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like super tiny. Honestly, I would never use this size. I always would go for like the medium-ish size. This is like a little kid size. I mean, I could use it, but it's very unlikely. I'm probably just gonna donate it. because it's so small. It's not really practical for a lot of things. So that, I think I'm going to let that go. And it also came with some more lids. We already have tons of lids. So a lot of these are duplicates. And then there's a steamer basket. We have one steam pot already. I don't think we would need a bigger one. I'll check with my husband first and see, but we are steaming a lot of fruits and veggies for the baby now. We're making our own baby food, so that might actually be useful for when we did apples already, and then we steamed, and then we blended up pears. But there's lots of other fruits and veggies that we'd like to make, so maybe I'll wait and save that to use for the baby food. I forgot that we also have this blender that we got relatively recently, and with it together it is way too tall to fit on any shelf, so I had to take it apart, but it fits on that one, and that one we use for smoothies a lot. And then I fit the 3 drink dispensers on the bottom shelf as well. Okay, so I think that's pretty good for tonight. I need to get to sleep. I didn't get a ton done, but I'm glad that I went through this shelf, reassessed everything that I had, made sure that they were things that we do actually use, and so now I know that there was some extra stuff that we did not need that will be donated. And I can see everything, and I know everything that's there. So if you want to take a look. So everything is stuff that we use on these shelves.
Are those second-hand bags or just random bags?
No, that's cool stuff. So how many bags do you have?
5.
5 bags? Okay. Let's put it on. Oh, we have outdoor extension cords in here. Big green ones. Big green extension cords. I thought that the only extension cords we had were... I thought the outdoor ones were in the barn and the indoor ones were in the house. So those storage containers were actually covering up a hole in the ground. That's where the drainage is, apparently, from the sink to the outside world. Because there used to be a washer and dryer down here in the basement before they moved it upstairs. And you can see they filled in where the dryer vent was with cement. So this side, it looks like they took cement, I guess, and they kind of spread it across the wall. There's actually like another room behind there, which is super creepy. Because there's a window from the outside that goes to nothing. They kind of like spread it across. You can see like where they covered the old stone with cement. And then they just kind of stopped. So that's fun. So it's really gritty. I don't know if we have to like seal that first before you paint it, because I don't know how you would paint something like that that's like crumbling. Yeah, yuck. These storage containers like fit together, but they don't stay together, so you can't like move them or anything. So let's see, and here we have, wow, that's old appliance modules. What in the plug and power? Okay, these are, God only knows how old those are. Those are not ours. This is, looks newer. I'll have to ask Mike. I don't know what this is for, what that goes to. Let's see. This could probably go outside. This would be good for when we like use the Christmas lights, or I could put it with the Christmas light bin. And let's see. Oh, there's another one of these things. My goodness. And there's another one of those things. And well, definitely don't need that. So let's see, everything. Alright, so that is empty. Other than this I will keep, and these I will look into. So it's currently raining really hard outside, so I wanted to show you what happens in the basement when we have a really hard rain. And it's been dry for a long time, so once it finally rains, it doesn't absorb as quickly into the ground. So we get like runoff. It comes down through the walls, I think. And it always leaks in this one spot. And then when it's really heavy, it does tend to leak in this other corner by the electrical box. And it looks like it's just like seeping in through the walls. I'm not sure why. It's always been like this. So that's part of the reason why it is so damp and the humidity is so high in the basement all the time, because it does tend to get wet. So we may need to figure out how to seal this. I'm really not sure, but with finances being very tight, I honestly am not sure if this is a job that we could tackle. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you hanging out with me, and stay tuned for next week's video where we tackle even more of this basement disaster. Bye everyone.